Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Invaders issue number 3. Screw all that nonsense and all that noise. We getting right into this, okay? So look, writer Chip Zdarsky, Carlos Magno on art, Alex Guermarez on colors, VC's Travis Lanham on letters, cover, Butch Juice and Romulo Fierro Jr., and Carlos Lau does the graphic design. All right, so we got Captain America and Jim Hammond, the original Human Torch, showing up at a private military base. No, it's not a private military base, excuse me. It's actually a regular military base. Yes, there are actually such things as private military bases. I know, it's in the secret. Anyway, a U.S. military offshoot base, and it's the one that's meant to actually combat Atlantis should Atlantis ever attack. They also happen to have an experimental piece about them that, what do you call it? It's the final piece that Namor is probably looking for when he's trying to make this bomb that's only supposed to kill humans. Okay, so yeah, all that's in the previous issue. So Captain America and Jim Hammond go there to try and retrieve that piece, or at least tell them to destroy it. Well, the admiral in charge of the base, she was recently promoted, and she's got a lot to prove, and she's got a huge ego. Huge. And she is not having any of it from Captain America. So they pull off a little trick in order to get that piece, to find out how they did that, and to see how awesome Bucky can be written in a really awesome story with some intelligence, counterintelligence, and spy espionage stuff. Yeah, you should definitely consider checking this out. In fact, I think this would even kind of count as counterterrorism. Just saying. Just saying. Boom, we move on. And Randall Peterson, he's the one guy besides Nay, named after Namor himself. That's Randall Peterson's daughter. What do you call it? He's got this piece of information, this thread about who Namor really is, so to speak. The whole thing with his memory loss corresponding around the time that he met Professor Xavier, or oh my god, Professor Xavier actually did meet him during that time. Yeah, there is actually a story there, and it's apparently really important. So important that apparently the entirety of the next issue is supposed to be devoted towards that goal, trying to find out more about all of this. Now, I don't know if the War of the Realms is actually going to happen in this comic book also. I sincerely doubt it. But, you know, they have the thing on the front with the War of Realms coming in 1 week. But this is the cover of next week. And I love that all the major incarnations of Namor are actually in this. Unfortunately, only these two are available in toy form. One of them was a Walmart exclusive. But anyway, yeah, these, hoping to get my hands on these also one day soon. Yeah, dude, this was a sick comic book, man. Dude, there's going to be a moment here where you wonder why, like, you know, there's some flaws with the logic in here. Case in point, why is it that the guy who turns into fire wouldn't stay to fight Namor? Rather, he would go to try and help the super soldier to swim. Think about that. The fire guy tries to help the super soldier in swimming. Yeah. Anyway, it was just a bad decision by Jim Hammond, and hopefully that's addressed again, because that was a huge, terrible, horrible mistake, and a man lost his life because of that mistake. So that really should come up again. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but I'm just saying. Another thing, I do have to complain a little bit about the lettering in here. Look, I give credit to the letterers all the time, and, you know, Travis Lanham is a freaking, it is Travis Lanham who's doing I just said it, right? Yes. He's an awesome letterer. There can be no argument about that, but everybody has a dark day. Everybody has a bad day. I think that bad day fell on him the day that he was doing the letters for this comic book. When you look at some of the letters, especially in the beginning part of the comic book, maybe I just got used to it. Some of the letters are separated and others are squished together, all in the same word. And it's a little bit frustrating. It's a little bit annoying to see that. You know, it's one thing when once in a while you see a word misspelled or a double word or something along those lines, which I don't find in this comic book. But yeah, you know, a lot of people like to overlook letterers, and they like to think, oh, they're just digital guys, whatever. No, they have a very, very hard job, whether it's digital or not. And no, it's not the same as being a calligrapher back in the days of like Artie Simek, but yeah, it's still difficult, and most people can't do it. Just ask Ed Brisson. You know what I'm saying? He used to do lettering, and he couldn't wait to get into writing, probably because it pays more, but what the hell do I know? Anyway, I don't care how professional your writer is. I don't care how awesome your artist is. I don't care how great your team is. If your letterer sucks, then your comic book looks toyish. It looks amateurish. And fortunately, you know, everybody who works for VC are actually really amazing letterers. This just happened to be a pretty bad day for lettering. And yeah, I think everybody deserves at least one good bad day, right? But it was noticeable to me. And it's funny how, you know, you get to see just how important letterers are by seeing what it does to a comic book when the lettering isn't great. It's not bad in here. It's just not Mr. Lanham's usual greatness. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let it go at that. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.